I'm here to talk about the latest on Booktok about Call Me Chris. And to be honest, I am kind of upset with Booktok. The way people were going, you would have thought that Call Me Chris literally called us all disgusting for reading smut. That she went in on us so hard and called us disgusting, and that we need to. I read somewhere that she said that we need to go get in touch with reality, basically. I started the video today because I haven't actually watched it. I do watch Call Me Chris. I've been one of her fans since 2020, or even before that. She was one of the first few TikTokers that I actually watched. And I'm also going to do my makeup. And I must admit, she can be really annoying. And I have started to not like her in terms of just her dramaticness over things. And it's not even about bloody Booktok. It is over one of her Open Temu products with me videos. And she can be annoying. But in this bit, on TikTok, everyone's like, oh, she's trashed us, she's really slagged us off, la la la. But at the start of the video, she does say about she's not here to shame you and she is sorry if it comes across that way. And when she's reviewing books, she's saying, not for me. Which to me is someone's opinion. Just like anyone else's on Booktok about books that they don't like, they say, for me, it's not. I don't like it. It's not for me. And it might be because I haven't got to the dark romance part that she started talking about. But I honestly feel that could be on you. If you feel like she's attacking you. Really. So I just got to the bit about Icebreaker. And I get her point about how that cutesy cover does attract kids. And librarians and that don't sit down and read the book to know it's not in the kids like it shouldn't be in the kids section. They're just going to look at the cover, go, oh, that looks like a kid's book. And I don't like the fact that my niece, she reads these sort of books and she's 13. It's not the sort of book I'd like her to read, but I know I was quite young when I started, but it's the whole, some of these books, because in reality we would not enjoy a man in being in our space so much and not listening when we say no. We wouldn't like having a stalker that breaks into our house, would we? So I get it, and I know probably when it comes to the dark romance, it will trigger a lot, and people are like, oh, people sexual who's been SA really shouldn't try and talk for everyone, but she's not. She's talking from her experience and how she feels that these books, they shouldn't. For her, it's a lot. But we've got to remember that people do process their trauma in different ways. Like some people who have gone through that can read it, and fair play to you, well done. But some other people have a different way of thinking and how it was for them that makes them not be able to read stuff like that. I've got to admit, not by man. And I don't like reading those books. I DNF'd Haunting at was it Adeline? I just think it's too much. I didn't find it attractive at all, because why would I? It's not for me. Whereas I know some of my friends that do enjoy it, and that's up to them if they enjoy it. And it's the whole, we listen and we don't judge. it's like, I don't understand why everyone's come at Call Me Chris. All she's done is gave her opinion on books and why she doesn't like them, basically. And yes, she used some of people's videos to show who likes them. Maybe she should have asked your permission on whether you can be in the video. But maybe it is because you're secretly ashamed of liking books like that. Like, would you give that book your mum? Or your sister? Or your youngest daughter? Well, your young daughter? Probably wouldn't, would you? But of course, because that she wasn't going, oh my god, it's fantastic, that means she should be cancelled. And she has taken down the video now, which I think is sad, just for having an opinion. There's loads of people on TikTok that don't like certain books, and that's okay. It shouldn't be that we all attack one person just because she said she doesn't like that genre. Is everyone meant to like it? And I get she was meant to said something that we need to go outside and have a touch of reality, which is a bit rude. Because for me, I do use books to like stop my anxiety on buses and not be here for a little bit. But she does that with her gaming and probably doing her YouTube. But she won't see as the same as we do that she's not in reality when she's in those games, like we're not when we're in our books. Because in those games it's not about spiciness. They haven't made, well, they have made a few games like that. So yeah, I think we Booktok went a bit too hard on Corby Chris. I think maybe we need to take a look at ourselves because that wasn't fair at all. Especially in the start, she's like, "I'm sorry, I'm not trying to shame anyone," and her words were for her. She was like, "For me, I don't like this. For me," she didn't go, "Oh, yeah, you definitely shouldn't read this," or anything like that. She was just like, "For me, I don't like it. Um, as other people do, and what's wrong with that? I think there is anything wrong with it." So I don't know. I really wanted to like full on have a rant about it. Like I was ready. I was like, yeah, Booktok, let's go. But after watching it, I'm quite ashamed of Booktok. You basically victimise someone for having a different opinion over books that are controversial at the end of the day. Like I gave my mum Elsie Silver book, and she was like, when you look at the cover, you wouldn't think that. I basically gave her to read like a paragraph in the book just to get a reaction. It is on my TikTok. And she was like, when you look at the cover, you don't think it's going to be that. You read the back, you don't think it's going to be that. And then you read like inside, and it's like she said that the words are very colourful and they don't hold back with words because there's the see you next Tuesday word and other stuff that my mum's not used to reading, and she's read 50 Shades. And And she was like, wow. Back in her day, it wasn't like that at all. It was just like describing like touching each other, not the the extravagant words that we use now. So yeah, I'm not ashamed of to let my mum read those things because I find it funny. We have a very open relationship when it's about that kind of stuff, like smut, and in real life we do talk about stuff. Um, but when it came to my niece giving me her book, um, I wasn't expecting it either, and I'm just like, I instantly was like, "Why are you reading this? You shouldn't be reading this. You're 13. I understand that you need to find out about these things, but it's, I don't know. She's 13, and I'd rather her read about books that are more real than her thinking it's okay for a man to be constantly in your space and not listen to the word no in some of these books. I no, I can't stand it. Just if I think about it properly, no, I wouldn't want my niece reading these books. Not until she's experienced adult life herself, if that makes sense, to understand that these do not show what real men are like. In some instances, them in the book, the males are quite nice, to be honest. Yeah, they are quite nice, and they're not forceful. If you go on a good side of the smut, but going on the dark smut, these men aren't good, and I'd rather not teach young children that. And I didn't realise Icebreaker had force interaction. It's one of those books I haven't read. And to be honest, I haven't read that much smut. Because for me, I don't know. I sometimes don't enjoy it as much when it's like full on itty gritty of it all. I've read the Elsie Silvers, and A Quarter Full of Roses. That's the smut I've read. And I've read 50 Shades of Grey. I tried Haunting Adeline, as I said, and I DNF'd it because that was no. I don't mind those things in a thriller book because that's what you're used to. But when it's meant to be like a dark romance, no. Anyway, I'm rambling. I am upset with Booktok, and I think you should allow Call Me Chris to put her opinion back up and get over yourselves. I don't care if you come at me for that. Bye.